Hello, this is Mike Snook coming at you on day 5 of my 30-day challenge. Um, right now it's almost 10 p.m. on a Saturday night, and this is where it gets to be the more difficult times for me is Saturday and Sunday, since I get my special needs son for the weekend and do grocery shopping, trying to catch up on house chores, laundry, bunch of different things that go on, and it gets real busy. And by this time of Saturday nights, while other people are out having outings and whatever, I'm usually about ready to go to bed because I've had a busy day. However, part of the reason why you have a challenge is when it gets to be difficult or tough to work through it and to go ahead and do whatever you can. But actually, I'm feeling pretty good because I listened to um, a more recent favorite song on YouTube and was boogieing to that just before I started recording this. And it gave me some energy in life, which is kind of the topic of today. Is basically there are times where you can't get things done that you would normally like to do with your business because there are other obligations with your personal life or your home life or whatever that needs to be taken care of too. And it's always important to balance things out so that you're not doing uh, too much of one or the other because you can get so wrapped up with one thing that you really neglect other things, and then it comes back to bite you in the long run. So um, it's best to try to balance things out. And for me, it's like um, if I don't get things done on Thursday and Friday that are scheduled to do on like house type chores and stuff, then they get pushed onto Saturday and Sunday, and they have to be pretty much done or totally skipped over. And I don't like skipping over things, so it usually means that I got a lot more to do on Saturdays and Sundays if I don't get Thursdays and Fridays taken care of. Because it's easy to get wrapped up in anything online on the business or whatever, especially um, if you have 8 active websites or even more. I know people have dozens and dozens of active websites. And to have that many, obviously, there's a number of them that are running on autopilot or still require you to go and check them out here and there, but they pretty much can run by themselves, which is nice to have. But it's at the same time, if you have a site that you're making more of an authority type site, then you need to be much more active on it, have fresh content, materials, and stuff like that, so that people can come and stuff. So, and then now I also wanted to report today that because of the fact that I had spent pretty much all day away from the computer until now, and like I said, it's almost 2 hours to midnight, and so I'm not going to get much done on Saturday. And consequently, I did not get my email um, set up in time to send them out and get the get at least one email out to everybody about the offer on the launch that ended today. It's probably over now because the particular um, marketer is actually from England, and their zone is like 5 hours ahead of where I am on Eastern Standard, or yeah, it's daylight savings time still, but I'm on Eastern time here in the United States. So um, those of us in the States are, the contest probably, ended a little earlier than what we're normally used to seeing, but that's the way it is, but when most of them, like I said, saw it around September 8th or 11th or somewhere around there, and I see it on the 28th at around 3:30 in the afternoon, and said, I don't believe I'm going to be able to really do much with that, but let's see what we can do. And like I said, I did get 5 postings out on my social media accounts, but I did get my emails out. However, what it did do for me was that I've been dragging my feet with email marketing. After I gave up on my last email issue, it had been, last time I've contacted my subscribers has been like April. And so I just recently, I think it was last week sometime, got in on a autoresponder that's off of a cloud service, and it was just starting out, so they're offering one-time fees, because after their promo is over, it's also going to be a monthly fee for those who jump in on it late. So anyways, the point is that the actual contest itself prompted me when I knew I didn't have any chance, but at least it gave me a motivation. It motivated me to go ahead and get things set up, and I did get 3 lists set up, and I got my subscribers imported, and so that part's done, and then you just have to do the template parts and hook up to the actual services that to send them out, and I'll be ready to go. So the next time something happens, I'll be all set up. But not only that, I can get actually focused now on sending out and getting my email marketing back into place for several of my websites. And then once I have that going and have it active again, and hopefully warm up my subscribers, then I can look at creating more lists for my other sites that are niche sites. And even though that I wouldn't have to email as frequently, at least I can still stay in touch with those people. Because I think one of the worst things you can do, and this is the thing that really makes marketers, it bothers them, is to have somebody come to your website, find it interesting, and then have no way of capturing them for future, especially if they're interested, if you don't have anything in place to capture at least their email address or a way to contact them, then they're lost for good. And it is really true what they say, that to generate new traffic and new customers is much more difficult than to retain customers you currently have and to treat them right. That's why it's important. I think there's a lot of businesses, especially big businesses, that have lost sight of that. So anyways, the important thing is treating your customers like they are the most important things you have for your business, because they are, and treating them well and treating them fairly. That's very important to do. And I myself have problems at times where I'm, get so tired and stuff, and just say, oh man, I know I should be answering this email and stuff. Oh, I'll just wait until tomorrow. And then I get to it, but it's kind of like they're saying, well, why did it take you so long? You know, with some people, if they don't hear from you within, minutes or an hour or something, you're not satisfying them. But at the same time, if you're not getting to them in 24 hours or so, 36 at the most, then you're also not doing your part either. And I try to make sure I try to do that. But it's kind of hard too, like I had said in one of my earlier videos, that I have 22 email accounts, and I think it was about at least 16 of them are associated. Actually, I think there's more, but at least 16 of those are associated with my websites. And the customer service side or the support side or whatever make up 8 of them. And typically when I go on those anyhow, they're not customers asking questions or have problems with that. It's spam mail that anything from you won contest to your business can get a makeover to I'm a web designer and I can redo your website so that you can. It's like whatever. But the main thing is to stick with what you're doing, and also to treat your customers right. And if you're not, to get better at it. And the only way you can get better at it is to keep at it. So anyways, I'm going to say this is all I have really to cover tonight. And I just hope that you all have a good night, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.